We have our big ribbon cutting ceremony that's happening tomorrow.
John Adams Academy is getting ready to welcome their first students ever in August.
I was going to say, big day.
Big day, yes.
Sarah Keysweater has the title of headmaster. It's private school charter language for principal.
How safe do we want our school to be? We want to be the safest school in Colorado.
Sarah says that means using every tool they can, including these guys.
We're the first school in Colorado that is looking into this technology in our school.
The first and only school in Colorado set to install these pepper spraying attack drones. They're from a company called Campus Guardian Angel. They're flown remotely from a control room in Texas and are supposed to be used during an active threat. Along with that smooth break-through-the-window entrance, the company says they can also throw pepper balls at an attacker or directly hit them.
When seconds matter, when milliseconds matter, we have technology on site that can help to move to a perpetrator faster than even a human can sometimes.
The company says these drones for school safety were inspired by the front lines of the war in Ukraine.
My first thought was battlefield technology in K-12 environments. What can go wrong with that?
John McDonald is the former Jeffco Schools head of security and now works with schools after shootings. He wonders how this fits into the response that's already in place.
This will change our tactical operations of how we respond from a law enforcement or school safety perspective. So I would test it and test it and test it.
He says safety should start before it reaches the hallway.
There's a lot of stuff that you can do to prevent school violence. That costs absolutely no money.
The school says the drone system will cost about $200,000 over 4 years and will be privately funded. Sarah says the drones, however, are only part of the plan.
Everything ranging from our crisis response protocols. Again, we do have armed staff. We're working for an SRO. We will use every tool in our toolbox to keep the kids in our school safe.
So the company says the drones can be triggered in several ways, including a mobile app, 911, panic button, or gun detection technology. Douglas County Sheriff's Office admitted the technology is new for them, and they did have one initial meeting with Campus Guardian Angel so far, and they have more planned to make sure their deputies are prepared for this. Rhea Jha, 9 News.
Well, Rhea, I think anybody who sees that video for the first time, as I just did, is pretty stunned by it, what they're capable of doing. But also you think about how many of these school shootings that we've covered and people put themselves really in harm's way to stop the threat. This seems like an easier option. Is that what they're telling you?
I think it's also a question of whether prevention should be more of the emphasis rather than kind of more on the back end. So I think that's what John McDonald, that former Jeffco head of schools, talked about is, maybe spending more money in the front end before it gets to that point in the hallway.
All right, Rhea, thank you.